What's up, y'all? My name is Rachel, but everybody calls me Ray Ray. um, Starting this YouTube page to talk about some things, some personal things. I just want to share my story with the world, my stories with the world. So this one is pretty much about how I lost my first son and buried my very first child. Like my very first child. I was young. I was like 17 going on 18. Um, I was going through a lot at the time. I wasn't really in a stable home. Um, don't come from a real close-knit family like I would like to have, so things was a little chaotic at the time when I found myself carrying my child. But I had this lady who was like a social worker. She was real nice. She began to fill me in on some things, a lot of stuff to help me, better myself in life. So, yeah, she helped me get a job. She helped me apply for, places and different organizations that would help me out being a single mother, about to become a single mother. And so I ended up getting a job. I ended up getting a telemarketing job. And this was like after I had my son. And I didn't really have a babysitter. Only people I really felt like I could trust to watch him were my cousins, my family. So, I was working my job. Everything was going well. Things was looking up. Things was looking up because it had been hard. When I first had my child, we were staying in a hotel room. Me and my mom, we didn't really have a stable home. So we stayed in the hotel room. But that got too expensive, so we had to leave there and go back to a family member's house where we paid them to stay there and paid for our own food. It was still a little rough when we stayed there. But so I got my job and I began to work and started making my own money. So this y'all might hear I got other kids now, and they spoil. But at the time I had been working for about 3 or 4 months, and this particular day I went to work. I left my baby. At the time he was about 6 or 7 months old. I left my baby with my cousin, which I was paying to watch him. She said, yeah, sure, I'll watch him. Well, she had been watching him before, so it was like, it had become like a normal kind of thing for her to watch him for me and me pay her. This particular time, I got on the bus, made my way to work, clocked in, doing my usual that I do when I'm at work. So probably like an hour or two into work, my boss comes to get me, and she was like, is there anything you need to tell me? And the look on her face was like, she was lost. She couldn't understand what was going on. And I'm like, well, no. She was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, there's 2 police officers up here at the front of the building, and they're asking for you. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. She was like, I was just asking because if it's something I can help you with, I help you or whatever. So I was like, I don't know. She was like, well, okay, let's walk up here and see what's going on. So we proceed to walk to the front of the building. And The two police officers was two white cops, and they said, "Are you Miss Carey?" I was like, "Yes." They was like, "Well, we're sorry to inform you that your baby is in the hospital and he's in cardiac arrest." Y'all, as soon as they said that to me, my knees buckled. Like, my boss, she had to catch me because she was standing right there beside me. She took a big deep breath, and my knees just buckled. I went into a trance. I really don't remember the ride to the hospital because, like I said, I caught the bus there, so I didn't drive. So I ended up getting in the back of the police car and riding with them to the hospital. So the whole time in the back of the police car, to be completely honest with you, I don't remember anything. I just felt like I was having a bad dream, like I was in a trance, like everything started moving in slow motion. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to feel. I was just lost. So we finally get to the hospital where my baby was, and they took me to this room where they had other family members at, and everybody's just crying and coming up to me like, "Rachel, oh my God, you know, my cousin is there. The child's father is there. Everybody's just, you know, just all the pieces and stuff." So, they take me to my baby, and I'm just standing there and just watching them like press all types of tubes through my baby, like my infant 7-month-old baby. I'm watching them press tubes through him. I'm watching him lay there lifeless while they're pressing different types of tubes through him and pumping his chest, and he's just not moving. All I could do was stand there. There was pretty much nothing else that I could do personally but stand there and just watch them, you know, like do this to my baby. You know, I felt hopeless. I felt helpless. Every bad emotion that you can think of, I was feeling it all at that time, you know. And so yeah, I was literally standing right there, watching all the doctors trying to. Well, excuse me, because I've never actually like went into details about this story like this, and it's taking me back to that place. It was scary. So excuse me, but yeah. So they was basically, I was just standing there just watching these doctors and these people, these strangers, these doctors just trying to revive my 7-month-old baby, and he wasn't responding at all. So after that, they seen that I had, you know, I broke down. I was crying. I stayed as strong as long as I could, and you know. So they finally took me back down there with them, and everybody's trying to talk to me at one time. To be completely honest, I don't remember nothing that anybody in the room was saying. I didn't hear nothing they were saying. Nothing. I was just worried about my baby. My baby. That's all I was thinking about. My baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. I didn't hear nothing they were saying, so I can't tell you what they were saying, but they was crying and they was emotional and hugging and talking and stuff or whatever. So, yeah. They finally, after a little while, they come and they tell me that they're going to transport my baby to a children's hospital. And that's what they did. They transported him there. And we was there for a while. So they asked me a bunch of questions that I couldn't answer none of the questions because I wasn't even there when it happened. I wasn't there when it happened. So, yeah. Everybody's crying and boo-hooing and this, that, and the third. And, you know, what have you. So eventually I get myself together to ask questions and find out what happened. So come to find out, um, my baby suffocated. He lost oxygen to his brain. Somehow he was able to fall behind the bed between the wall and the bed. There was a crack between the wall and the bed big enough for him to fall between and suffocate himself. And at the time he was trying to crawl. He was trying to crawl, but instead of him going forward, he was in the the process that you go through. He was going backwards. So he was ready to start crawling. I do that. He was ready to start crawling. So the only thing that bothers me about the story that I've been told, because I played it over and over in my head 1,000 times, which y'all should already know. I think anybody would do that, trying to figure it out, especially if you weren't there, So, they found him that way. My cousin said she found him like that. In other words, he was in a room by himself while she was in another room. And when she went in there it was actually 3 of my cousins there. No, 2. 2 girls. The one that was watching him and another one of my cousins. She said she went in there, opened the door, the bedroom door, and she found him behind the bed with his legs dangling. His legs was dangling, and his head was like propped up on the bed. So he choked he lost oxygen to his brain or whatever. So and they said when they found him, he was blue. My mom was there at the time, and they said they took him to her, and she was just, she didn't know what to do. She said she just started doing CPR on him when they took him to my mama, and said she was blowing air into him, and she saw him open his eyes one time, and she said after that, he closed them back. She said she knew. She said she knew, that something was right and that he was gone. So my mama, she still says to this day, I don't know why they didn't just bring the baby to me. Why would they leave him in there by himself? Which I didn't understand neither, but it is what it is. So after I found all this out, we were up there at the hospital. He was up there for a little while. They was pumping him with steroids, and he wasn't responding to anything. They had to put him on a machine to help him breathe. And it was just a devastating time for me. And his father and my family. It was a devastating time. So eventually they told me that my baby was brain dead. Yep. He lost too much oxygen to his brain. So on top of everything else, I had to make the decision to pull the plug on my baby. Because it was like, Miss Carrie, even if your baby was to come back right now, he wouldn't be, the baby he would depend on you for everything, And they said we tried taking him off to see if he would breathe on his own several times. It just wasn't happening. It was like he's too young to try to fight this. He just turned 7 months old. So it was like he's too young to fight this. It was like this is too hard of a struggle for a baby. So I had to make the decision to pull the plug on my baby.
And I held him in my arms. After they did it, they gave him medicine so that his body wouldn't really respond, so I was able to hold him one last time. And he slowly drifted away in my arms. Yeah. So after that, of course, there was funeral arrangements. It was just tragedy on top of tragedy. It was just a dark time for me. Very dark time. And I'm crying because of what happened, but it was also crying because I made it through that. I didn't think I was gonna make it through it. I didn't think. Of course, I blamed myself. Even though I wasn't there, I blamed myself. Yeah. So, funeral arrangements, picking out a suit, a coffin, plaque, all that stuff for my baby, my first child. So my mental state was just not good. But I thank God. But yeah, I have other kids now, and I love them. And it's like, I just want to share this story, and I do feel better, because I know a lot of people are probably going to view this story, and I feel like it's a heavy burden because this is actually my first time actually talking about it in detail like that and really going back down that road like that. I've told people about it, but not in detail like that. So it actually felt good. Yeah. So it goes, story goes on and on and on and on and on. There was a lot of drama with it, of course, you know that, with the family members and what happened and had happened and this should have been said and this should have been done and that should have been done and that should have been said. And you know how to go, everybody got their opinions about everything, especially if you're in a black family, So, had to go through all that afterwards. It was just a lot. But, yeah. His name was Malik. I don't know if I said that his name was Malik. His name was Malik Messiah Gary. Yeah. Yeah, and he was my baby. And I should have got a picture out so y'all could see it. I might post a picture up here on my page so that y'all can see a picture of him. He was the sweetest little baby ever. Always happy. I enjoyed my time that he was here. And I know he's watching over me. I really do, I really feel that. I know he's good, but that was, one of the worst times in my life. And I'm about to start this YouTube page, and I thought I'd let y'all know a little tidbit about me. Like I said, my name is Rachel. And I'm about to be new to the YouTube family. So, hey everybody, hey girl, hey guys, everybody. So yeah, that's my story. That is my story for my story time today. And just know anybody else out there who's been through something like this, you can come out on the other side. You can make it. It gets a little easier. It does. You can survive. Trust God, pray, meditate, be positive. Surround yourself around positive people. And you will come out on the other side. So, with that being said, peace and love, everybody. Peace and love, peace and love. see y'all on my next story time. Enjoy your rest of y'all night.